Well, what is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, back from more ARK Survival Ascended. Alright, we're going to be playing on some Extinction today because there's a mod that came out about 3 weeks ago, I want to say, and I want to just make sure I cover it so I don't forget to, actively use it and cover it, because it was something I've been wanting to cover for a while. Sorry, I clicked off screen there for a second, but there was something that came up. But yeah, there's a creature I really wanted to cover. You guys could probably see it, or probably guess what it is, because it's a very, very big mod. It's a premium mod, so I did actually grab it, but it is right there. It is the Sulphur Titan. So the backstory behind the Sulphur Titan is it's a Titan based in the only region that really doesn't have a Titan. So every other region on the map technically has a Titan. So we have the forest biome, which has a Titan, the ice biome, which has a Titan, and the desert biome, which has a Titan. Sulphur Titan is covering this whole area here, which is technically without a Titan. So that is the whole point of this creature. Yes, again, we're on creative mode. You guys knew that was going to happen. When we're playing against a new creature like this or something, we're always in creative. We're never not. Let me just get rid of these things really fast. There's no point in me leaving them around. But how you tame one of these guys is actually really kind of simple, to be honest. It's relatively straightforward. I do have all of its added stuff. I did create it all because, again, this is on my creative version, technically. So I do have all that stuff made already. But the way to tame this thing, which is kind of really straightforward, is you shoot it in the face, and then you have to shoot all of the little added bits on its body. I'll show you when it happens. It gets like little lumps on it, like similar to taming the normal Titans. Well, eventually we'll do a full video of us taming, like, in completing this whole map. I'll probably do like a full series on this again at some point, or we're doing a whole arc going from the island again. But what you want to do is you want to wait for this thing to stop spinning, and just pepper it in the face. Okay. Yeah, again, we're in creative, so it can't do really too much damage to us. Alright, that hit it in the chest. That's not what you're supposed to do. That jaw looks insane. Let's see if that works. That didn't do it either. It's got a puff. You'll notice when you shoot it in the face. That missed again. It's got a huge health pool, which I love using these binoculars because you can see it on screen the whole time. There was it. There was it. There was it. And there's the corrupted nodules. It tells you exactly where they are. You got to destroy 5 of them. So all you got to do is destroy 5 of them, and you can walk up and go tame it. I'm going to shoot this right here. That should take out 2 of them. It did. We got to get this one there. And then we got to get this one right here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And blast. That should be good. And we should be able to walk up and just claim it. Yep, right there. That's it. That is the taming process to one of these Sulphur Titans. It is not hard. It's surprisingly easy for what it is. Really? You, of all things, think you can fight me after you just saw me destroy that thing with a rocket. But yeah. It's a relatively easy taming process. Let's pick this bad boy up really quick. And let's just take a look at it in its ball form. So the Sulphur Titan, this one came out with some pretty decent stats. It's got 100... Okay. Here, I'll take care of you the right way. It's got 100... It's got 125,000 health, which is insanely high for what it is. And it's also got an alpha variant. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to summon the alpha variant. And we're going to try to fight it a little bit, but we're probably going to... I'm not going to spawn... I might spawn in like a bunch of these, because there's a way to do it that I could duplicate this specific one here like 100 times over, like 20 times over, just to see what they do. I'll show you guys how to do that. I don't actually do that normally, but there's a way to do it. And I don't feel like trying to tame 55 of these. Or whatever, excuse me. Ooh, Dreadnoughtus. That's actually a decent Dreadnoughtus, but it's only level 50. But the Sulphur Titan... Oh my New Yorker came out. The Sulphur Titan. Sulphur Titan. It's a relatively new creature. Also, as you saw there, it creates sulfur, and that cannon is amazing. So it's got all of its stuff on the left, or on the right. It tells you all of its abilities, I guess you could say. It's got boulder mode, which... Does it throw a rock? Yo, it just straight up yeets a rock. That's insane. It's got sulfur breath, which is what? Okay, so it breathes sulfur breath straight down. Oh, wow. Okay, there it is. There's sulfur breath. Interesting. As you can see, it's creating its own 1,300 damage. It's creating its own crystallized sulfur in its pocket. So the sulfur for the Sulphur Titan saddle. Let me just do this really quick. To make it, you need 100 black pearls, 30 crystallized sulfur, 200 polymer, 200 crystal, and 1,500 metal ingots. So it's another one of those that's kind of not easy to make. There is the summon for it. You also need 3 generic artifacts, so any 3 artifacts work. They have sulfur grenades, a jetpack skin, which we'll showcase, and the Sulphur Titan head, which extracts sulfur essence from its head, which would be, I believe, this here. So we're just going to fight that off. Let's just do an artillery mode blast, see what that is. Artillery mode beam? Nope, that's not what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't really know a whole lot on this creature. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? I think I'm doing the sulfur breath again? Yeah, I am. Okay, yeah, no, I'm interested to see how this works. I think you have to press them in like that. Yeah, I'm short on crystallized sulfur to do the actual thing I was thinking to do. Can this guy jump? No, he can't. He has an artillery mode, though. Oh, you could turn into, like, straight up artillery blast mode. How do you use that? How do you use that? I don't know. This is interesting. We're going to switch off artillery mode. Another one just spawned in right behind us? That's interesting. What level are you? Here, let me just take a quick peek at what level this one is. That's a 145. Bro decided he wanted to fight him. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to try to tame this one, I think. I don't know how to use its laser. I really have no clue how to use its laser. I'd like to figure out how to use that if I could. I'm pressing right trigger and it's not using its beam. It's fighting. Let's see. Left mouse button? Not still a bite. Alright, artillery mode, I'm assuming, which is the spacebar. That's how you activate these next two preceding attacks. But we're missing crystallized sulfur. I have some, though. That's the part I'm not entirely understanding, is we have the crystallized sulfur. How much do we need? Do we need like 100 minimum to activate it or something? Like, is there like a small amount you need? It doesn't specify how many you need to use it. Just keep saying insufficient crystallized sulfur. Yeah, I'm not sure with that one entirely how much crystallized sulfur you need. But let's just put this guy away really quick and find that bag. And let me just show you guys how to tame one of these guys all over again, because there's a 145 right here, and we're not about to miss out on a 145 if we can get it. So, because we're going to go fight the alpha variation of this really soon here. I don't want to drag this video on too long either, because of the fact that we're more than likely going to face one of these on Ragnarok, because I am going to add this mod to Rag entirely. Because this guy can be found in the dunes on Ragnarok. There it is. So you gotta shoot the nodules. One right there. The closer you get to hitting the actual nodule location, the more damage you're gonna clearly do, because that's just how that works. I got a little bit of slowdown right there. You can shoot pretty quick with a rocket launcher, honestly. I think that was enough. I think we won. Did we knock it? Or did we take too long? Nope, we took a little bit too long, but as you can see, you can fail that relatively easy. And he just eats a rocket to the face. Hello? There it is. It's because they were all very spaced out too, which kind of sucked. But it's, again, not that difficult to tame this guy. That just didn't hit him at all. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do that at all. We're going to have to run it back again, just because of the locations of the nodules are in really bad positions for us to be in favor. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get him this time. Oh, wait, maybe we can? There we go. We did. We hit a bunch of them all at once. But we almost killed them, too. It's down to 74,000 health after that. Let's pick this one up and see what we got. It came out as a 217, 36 health points, 32 into melee. So not terrible. Two pretty decent Sulphur Titans. But here's the jetpack skin, which we're going to put on and cover right now. That's what it looks like, except for the candy cane. Let me actually take that candy cane off here really quickly, because I was just wearing that because I'm so used to wearing my festive backpack. That's what it looks like. It's literally like a Sulphur Titan's face. Oh, it's because I'm in creative. I can't fly, so give me a second. Can I turn off creative, or how do I power it? Let me first off see how this thing is powered. Doesn't say how this thing is powered, truthfully. I think if it's powered by normal sulfur, I'm assuming. I don't know. I'll have to look into that in a second. But here's a sulfur grenade. So let's actually try one of these really fast. What is this? A corrupted Rex skin that's invisible? Let's hit this guy with that. See what happens. Okay, that's not terrible. Honestly, that is really not that bad for what it is. That's really cool. That would be a perfect spawn if that was a max level to tame that right there. But, so that's now 2 Sulphur Titans in our back pocket. Let's go take a look and see. I know there's 2 more somewhere. I know there is, because I've seen them with their really low levels. Let's take the time to actually spawn in. What does this do? That's the Sulphur Sword. This requires essence. I don't know how to get... Oh, okay. I understand now. I'm an idiot. Okay, so you need the essence, which the only way to get the essence, you actually have to beat the boss itself to get the essence. So, what level are you? 95. Yeah, I'm going to leave you be. So we're actually going to remove the skin from our backpack right now. Remove skin. I accidentally removed cosmetic, which is not what I meant to do, because I'm trash at this game, apparently. Alright, let's go to Wasteland. We were running the Warlord skin. Is it bad I forgot they have the Lost Colony skin that came out? I completely forgot about that. Yeah, it's kind of terrible that I completely forgot about that. But yeah, okay. So what we're going to do now is going to summon in the alpha version of this boss just to see what it looks like, what its stats are, and kind of go from there. We're going to attempt to fight it with the 2 that we have. It's not going to do too much. Actually, no. Give me a second. I will bring you guys back once I've spawned in multiples of the Sulphur Titans we have, because we're just going to fight it with what we've got. It's, like I said, it's not... Actually, again, disregard what I'm saying, because I just remembered we do have Dreadnoughtuses back at base. Let's get our Dreads and see how well they fare against the Sulphur Titan. Let's see how strong this is. This is still here from when we did the Power Rangers thing. So... here are our Dreads. Let's take all these. They're all low levels. I don't really care for them anymore. We're probably not going to come back to this map too much other than for like things like this. So if we do, it'll be just for these. Alright, let's fly our way back on over here and summon in the alpha variation of the Sulphur Titan. We're going to go back towards an empty area, hopefully, and not have to deal with a whole lot of big creatures around us. I'm going to say right here would be pretty decent. Probably right around here. Yeah, this will have to do. So, alright. Let's grab the sulfur. Yeah, right here. The Sulphur Titan capsule contains the shrunken head of one, extracts sulfur essence from the head, which in turn allows you to utilize the flight gear. So, let's summon this in. Craft 1. I don't need 20, but sure. Did it not craft it? Hello? I don't know why that's not summoning it in. It should spawn right in, should it not? Die for a second. Yeah, that should spawn right in once I craft that. Maybe I gotta... I don't know why that's not letting me spawn that in. It should easily spawn that in right there. Do I actually really need to have those things in my inventory? Yeah, because it's not even showing that it's spawning. Give me a second. Let me get the actual Sulphur Titan thing. The actual spawn word. Spawn command chain from CurseForge. And then we should be able to spawn it right in that way. Because it's going to be the fastest way to do it. Instead of me trying to do it this way. So let me just do this. Because I don't know why it's not letting me spawn it in. We're being attacked by something. It's clearly not doing anything to us because we're in alpha variation. So or this variation. Alright, let's see. That should be it. Right. What is... Dude, enough with that. Did that not spawn it in? Alright, so it's going to be cheat, space, summon, space, that probably. I don't know why that's not spawning that in. I really have no idea why that's not spawning that in. Give me a Give me a second, guys. I'll bring you guys back once I figure out why that's not letting me spawn that in. Alright, guys, so we have spawned in the Alpha Sulphur Titan. It spawned in at level 15. It is what it is. As you can see, that's the size difference between the Alpha and the normal. Right there's a normal. That's the Alpha. So we just spawned it in. I just figured out how to do it through... Well, I did it through something completely different. Through admin panel. But that's what it is right there. So we're going to track it. And we're going to go way back here. And we're going to start yeeting out our dreads, maybe? Because it's coming after us. We're going to have to spawn our dreads out and put them to action. And see what kind of damage it can do against it. Because it should have the Titan Killer buff, I do believe. It's hitting pretty hard. We're probably going to end up just having to kill it with the weapon, the creative mode weapon. Because it is what it is, but like I said, we're just wanting to see what it is. It looks quite interesting of a boss, because it's huge. And apparently it has some issues with the Ice Titan. They used to fight each other, that's what that ice on it is. So it's a pretty... It seems like a pretty difficult fight with a 1.1. Its health is probably going to be a lot less than what it's sitting at right now. Because that looks like that has 1,000,000 health, and I don't believe that that's accurate. What am I summoning in now? Oh, there's that guy. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to have them attack my target. Have them just gang up on this guy. I also accidentally spawned in a an alpha tamed version of this thing, but as you can see, it's doing quite a bit of damage to it. They're hitting pretty close. It's also doing quite a bit of damage to my guys. But they're all just... I think this guy's attacking it. Are you just sitting here? Are you, like, chilling? What are you doing? I think this guy's just sitting here chilling. Oh yeah, it definitely killed my dreads. It's definitely gonna kill my dreads too, because it hits really, really hard. That just hit 40,000 on one of my dreads. Oh yeah, I think it's hitting 40k on one of my dreadnoughtuses. You need a really strong army to take this thing on. Oh, I almost fell out of my chair. But yeah, so we're just gonna probably end up finishing this thing off quickly with just normal, the normal creative weapon, the red rifle. Because it's just going to completely shred through what we have here. So, let's do this. Bring out the blink rifle, just because, like I said, it's not really going to mean anything for us. Down it goes. And we should, if we weren't in creative mode, we would have unlocked the availability to do everything. And yep, here comes a drop. The boss loot, which comes with actually some really good things. We got the Sulphur Titan saddle blueprint, some crystallized sulfur, some free element, which is definitely good, 2 Titan saddles itself, a bunch of normal ones, which is actually really good. And as you just saw right there in our inventory, we just got the Sulphur Titan head. So now with the Sulphur Titan head, let me actually pick all these guys up and I'll explain a little more into detail what they do. Pick all these guys up. That dude's just attacking nothing for no reason. Alright, let's go back to base really quickly. I'm just going to leave that Titan Summoner out there because we're never going to use it. Like I said, Extinction is pretty much done for us. We're just doing all the extra little mods and things here on this map right now. But, because yeah, that was our shack. That's how we ended it. Alright, now back here at base, here's what the flag looks like. Let's set this bad boy up, even though we didn't actually technically beat it, but it is what it is. Just set it up to show you guys. That's what the flag looks like. That's kind of cool. This, if I recall, is for the... What is this for again? King Titan. Yeah, that's what that's for. And there is the Sulphur Titan. Hopefully I didn't say Desolate Titan that whole fight, because I feel like I was. I don't think I did, but I feel like I might have. But there's that. And now let's go into our inventory, and let's look up the Sulphur Titan capsule right here, which we would have enough to make this right now, so we're actually going to craft one. It's going to craft 20 of them for some reason because we're creative. And now, where is this? We'll take one of these. Can I mount it? This thing is huge. So let's go back outside. Let's mount it on the side of our house, because why not? And you access the inventory, and it starts crafting sulfur essence. It shows the head inside there, as if we had beaten the Sulphur Titan the proper way, and now it should just start naturally producing sulfur essence. I'm not sure if I need to put the head in here first. No, you can't. Yep, see, I just saw it. Just went up to 2, so it's naturally going to produce a sulfur essence, which is going to run similarly to the element for like a jetpack. So we're actually going to just snap that head right to there really quick. I made an alpha summoner to try to do that. Can I not place anything on this thing? Is this not how this works? I think it's bugged. I believe that is bugged. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another trophy mount really fast because I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff for you guys. And show this off really quick. Trope. Not trope, trophy. Craft 1. Yeah, it's going to craft 20 because I didn't change it off 20. It is what it is. Let's put it right there because why not? And then we will activate. Can this not be put on a mount? Can this not be put on a mount? No, apparently this can't be put on a mount. That's weird. Maybe it's because I'm creative or something. I really don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But let's go in here and take all these sulfur essence we have. Let me deactivate creative. Alright. I deactivated creative. Now we're super heavy. Which is probably a bad idea. So let's drop this. I don't need those. I don't need these Quetzal saddles. Or these Giga or Notoraptor saddles. So we're not going to worry about those at all. That's what's weighing us down right there. Let me activate this backpack, actually. See if that'll cut the weight of stuff. Did that cut the weight of the sulfur? It did! That's insane. So that works on sulfur, too. Okay, that's cool. Let me see. It's down to 85. Let me actually take the backpack off and see what it goes up to. It does. Okay, so it does cut the weight of that. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, so we're going to store this away, store this away. Store that away because we don't need it. Store. We'll keep those saddles because we might use them eventually. Store that away. Store that away. That's full, so we're not storing anything else. Alright, where is the Sulphur Titan backpack? Did I put that away? It's a skin. There's the sword. So let's actually bring this out. And see, now it's activated because we actually utilized one of these sulfur essences. So now we can swing it. Let's see what kind of damage numbers this thing puts out. Let's find just anything to fight. Mind you, I'm using B+ gear, I do believe, so my melee damage is slightly higher than what it normally would be. Let's see what kind of damage numbers this thing does. 400. Not bad. Not bad at all. And let's look for that cosmetic that we just had. Skins? Not in there. Where did that thing go? The jetpack. Can I make the jetpack skin? Actually can. But I'm missing something. I don't understand what. I might have to go back into creative to craft one and then come back out because I have all the stuff. It's just not letting me make it. Let me get a little closer to base and see. Because we should have it all. Yeah, it's saying we don't have it all. So got to go back into creative. Alright, now we're back again. Because I accidentally created a thing too. Alright, well there's the jetpack. So let's see if the jetpack will work. Yep. Boom. Now we are hovering as if we were using the element tech suit. And you can drop down with it. You can float around. I'm not sure what that giant red heart on the side is. It shows HP of what? Our gear? Alright, let me try something here. Does this have the punch animation too? It does not. It just allows you to float faster. Little heads up though, you probably don't have the fall reduction that you would normally do if you had full tech suit. So we're going to test something. We did take fall damage. I tried to mitigate how much we took, but there you guys have it. That is the full Sulphur Titan and everything that comes with the mod. It is definitely a worthwhile mod to use and get. I thoroughly like it. It's definitely one of those that you're going to have to take time to utilize because it's a more drawn out type of mod, whereas like the Alpha Titan boss for that's hard, kind of like the Desolate Titan as well. It's a multiple tier boss or fight or creature, whatever you want to use to just thoroughly like progress through it. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys back here next time for more ARK Survival Ascended. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys then.